Councillor Clark?
On noise, the 30 decibel figure is a frequently referenced number, which is the level that's experienced at the nearest house at night, 30 decibels. And I'd just like to be clear in my own mind as to what is happening with the noise penalty. The noise penalty, I think, is to do with the fact that the noise is a continuous hum. And because it's a hum, there's a penalty of -6 decibels to be applied. So I'm kind of wondering if the boundary house would actually experience 24 decibels to compensate for the hum, or is the 30 decibels that is expected to be complied with at the property, is that 30 decibels after the noise penalty has been applied?
Chairman, through you, it's the latter. The 30 decibels is after the application of that penalty. So I think I tried to explain it earlier in terms of, excuse me, the rating level, I think is the technical term used in the BS standard. That rating level is the emitted sound plus the inclusion of the relevant penalty. And the rating sound in this case, as per the planning conditions, is to be 30 decibels at the nearest noise sensitive receptor.
Thank you.
Councillor Davis?
I'm not sure whether we're going through the conditions now, are we? But the noise condition suggests that we're monitoring for 6 months. I think one of the deputies raised the question of would the council be enforcing that noise level in perpetuity, as it were, through the environmental health team? Or is it just for the 6 months that the developer is paying for, basically?
I really hope there wasn't, but if there was problems in perpetuity, it would come back to us and our environmental health team, Chairman. I mean, the whole objective of this is, because I know from the meetings I attended as well, the CAT meetings previously, noise has always been a big issue on this throughout, is that they've basically gone out, they've measured what the background noise levels are night and day, and said, right, that's really our target, we've got to achieve something that's not going to exceed those levels, so we're going to start from that design premise, and that's how they've arrived at this 20 dBA as a figure. So the idea is for 6 months they would measure it and agree with us and show how they're going to measure it, we'd agree with how they're doing it, and submit their findings to us to demonstrate that it definitely is running as they said it would do. That's the intention of the 6 months. After that, if there's a statutory use were to occur, that could be dealt with by our environmental health people. But it's more a case to say, right, you've said you can achieve this figure, we'd like you to prove it, and we want you to measure it over a period of time and then show us that you've met it.
So, sorry, just to clarify. So the figure of 30 dB in the ambient hours, that is not written into the planning conditions. All that's written in number 13 and number 12 and 13 is that readings will be taken for a period of 6 months, and we hope they'll be within that range. We haven't set a figure on the condition.
I mean, to Councillor Davis, I think we have at number 12, haven't we? We've said it shall not exceed whichever is the greater of the background noise level of Fahrenheit.
Oh yes, right. Yeah. Good, thank you.
With the noise there, we set 30 decibels at the nearest residential property, which is at Coscourt Road. We haven't set a limit for the noise that will be experienced at the business premises next door, just to the south. We do have that outline planning permission for large buildings. Or do we? Do we have a noise level that we would require to be met for the business properties in the enterprise zone?
Chairman, there's no condition to deal with that, no. I think is the easy answer. The reason being, and I'd ask you to turn up page 45 of your agenda, where you're in the noise chapter of the report, and it's the third paragraph down, and you'll see there that the open space and the enterprise zone background daytime sound levels are greater than that would be given off by the converter station in those locations. So during the daytime, when you expect your employment sites to be occupied and used, the background noise level is greater than that of the converter station. So on that basis, there's no suggested condition.
Thank you. We had a deputy this morning sort of make comments about the low frequency noise, and we've actually added that to condition 11. Now, it is something which I've never heard anything about, and obviously from what he said, is it can affect people's health. Should we've actually had a report on that, so as to understand what is the effect upon it, what could or could not happen from it, so that, again, we have the full facts before us to make a decision. I'm just concerned that there's been no real comment about low frequency noise, having heard that deputation. We don't know what the effects could be.
Chairman, I was proposing we tackle it that way, in that I would hope the noise emissions would cover it anyway, but it was really to highlight it through the condition. In the recess, Mark and I took the opportunity to have a look at where the deputy lived in relation to the site at some distance. But I think I also recall that he said that these kind of low frequency noises can carry quite considerable distances. So that was the intention, so it's flagged up now. It wouldn't be missed out with that kind of detailed design, right, Chairman?